Hello friends, it's Tanya with Sweet Tea's Stampin' Spot, and it's July 11th, 7/11. So it is a Thursday afternoon here in Chesapeake, Virginia, and I am coming to do a little creating with you today. So today is, like I said, July 11th. It's Thursday afternoon about 1:30. So hopefully, if you can't catch me live, I'm trying to come live on Thursday afternoons, and but there's always a replay option. So I leave the videos here in my Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot Facebook page, and then also on my YouTube channel. I transfer them over there as well. So hopefully you have lots of options to watch these if you want to create along or see what I'm making, see what I'm up to. I love to get your comments and your hellos. So hopefully, if you like the video, you can also give me a thumbs up or a heart or something. But I love to interact too. So whether you're watching live or replay, that is always great as well. But today, I'm going to be creating a card using one of the card layouts in the catalog. So when I get my phone flipped down, I will share that with you and share where the inspiration came from. I'll also share some samples that I got last night at my team gathering for the month. We do a card swap basically every single month. Those that gather in person, we do it in person and actually exchange cards. And those that aren't in person or don't live locally, they do a virtual swap. So they have an opportunity to post a project with the theme or the challenge and participate that way virtually in our Facebook group for our team. So give me just one second. We are having some thunderstorms here, so I'm hoping that does not affect my internet. It has been and raining a lot here today, which is good. We've been needing the rain, and it's been very hot, and it's still going to be hot, but we definitely have needed this rain. So I'm not going to complain, but it has been a little active outside. So anyway, so I just wanted to hop on and share this with you. So before I turn the camera over to my desktop, just a couple things to review. I did post the opportunity to get the 4 card packets from the cards that I made during our Facebook Live time in June. So there was 4 cards, one for each week in June, and today's the last day. So if you place an order, and I posted the host code in the feed here on my page, but I'll also attach it to this video. But if you place a $40 or more order through my host code by today, then I will send you the card packets for these 4 cards that I created in June. So today's the last day for that. Another great thing about it is that if you spend $50 or more, you'll also get a bling from me to go along with your cards, and you'll also get a $5 bonus days coupon. Because right now for the month of July, all the way until the 31st, for every $50 you spend with Stampin' Up, you're going to get a $5 coupon code from them. It'll be emailed to you to use in the month of August. I kind of say it's our Stampin' Up Kohl's Cash type deal. So we do this about every year, but that's going on right now. So that's with every $50 order. So like if you spent $100, you'd actually get 2 coupon codes, $5 each, to use anytime you want during the month of August. So again, for $40, if you're placing your order by today, you'll get the 4 card kits from me. Now you'll need to have your own stamps and ink, but you'll get all the project pieces and parts to make the 4 cards. Plus, of course, I've shown you all the videos, and I have a quick link on a YouTube playlist for all 4 of those as well, so you can recreate those cards once you get your card packets. And then if you spend $50 though, you're going to get an additional set of bling from me for your order, and then the bonus day coupon from Stampin' Up. So great opportunity there. So I'm just trying some different things here, and hopefully it's something that you're enjoying. So, all right, let me get my phone turned down. I keep seeing a green screen on my computer screen, so I'm hoping my connection is at least stable. So I'm going to turn my phone down, so give me just a second. All right, let's get this turned around. Hopefully it goes to my desktop. Oh, that is a glare. Let's turn that little light off. Okay, much better. And let's zoom out a little bit. Hopefully that works. Okay, let's see. I think I've got us pretty much in screen. I like to make sure before I start doing projects. So again, here is the host code if you do want to place that order today, which is July 11th. So a $40 order is going to get you a card packet for each of these 4 cards that I created during our June Facebook Live. So one of each card, and that'll be all the project pieces and everything like that. So the host code right now for that is, so for July, it's under tanyareid.stampinup.net. It's 7SKVPYGQ. So that's the host code you want to use for that opportunity. But the host code is also open for the month of July as well. So, but right now, if you order by today, you'll get these 4 card packets sent to you. And if you spend $50, you also get a bonus bling from me and also a $5 bonus days coupon from Stampin' Up. And again, that's with your $50 order. So, all right, so those are those. Let me share with you my inspiration for today. So I am going to be using a set I used in June, again, the To Market suite of products. I'm going to be using the stamps again. So just one of the greetings in here for my project today, the Market Goodness stamp set. I'm not using the dies. It does have a fun die set to go with it, but I'm not using that in today's project. This is on page 39 of the catalog, by the way. I will be using some of the designer series paper and also some of the bling that goes with it. And these are called the transparent adhesive back dots. So this whole suite is actually a great value. So the whole thing, you can get the stamps, the dies, the bling, and a pack of the 12 by 12 paper, all for $56.50. That's the entire suite. So if you look on page 39 of the catalog, you can get that entire suite for $56.50. That's US dollars. And the item number is 163433. And that's going to give you all of these items, all 4 things: stamps, dies, bling, and paper, designer series paper. So that will also, in the month of July, if you buy this whole suite, you're going to get a $5 coupon to use in August. So it's a really good deal in my opinion. So just for that one suite, because it's over $50, so you get that $5 coupon to use. All right, so we're using this and the bling and the designer paper on my project today. I also wanted to mention that the inspiration for this, so my team meeting, or team gathering as I call it, we don't always have an official meeting every single month. I've been changing it up. So sometimes we do a shoebox swap. Sometimes we, like to that, last night we had a social. So we actually did a poolside gathering at one of our team members' homes. She opened up her home and pooled to us last night. We had like a potluck. We just had a really good time fellowshipping together, and we didn't do any stamping at the event, no meeting agenda or anything like that, just a really nice evening together. And then we did have the option, and almost everybody participated in doing a card swap. So when we do our card swaps at our normal gatherings, usually you bring a set number of cards, and it's usually between 8 and 12. And then you'll go home with 8 or 12 different cards. But this month's inspiration or challenge was to look on page 22 of the catalog. If you look in the new catalog that came out in May, on page 22 is a really great page. If you are stuck with your design work, this page is actually an awesome way to kind of kickstart the creativity, in my opinion. But this is the basic card design page. And at the very bottom here, there are sketches or card layouts. So our challenge for this month, for the July swap, and that is also for those that participated virtually, was to take this top row, because there's 2 rows here of card sketches or card design layouts, to take this top row and make a card, and you could use any other of the supplies that you wanted. We just asked that you use something current, but I chose the one right in the center, this design right here, this layout. So that was the one I used for my sketch or card challenge. But then I'm going to show you what everybody else created, because several people did other layouts or designs last night for their project. So it was kind of fun to get totally different things, but we all had the same parameters for our swap. So it was a lot of fun. All right, so for my card today, I'm going to be starting with the card base is going to be crumb cake, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I've already got the score line there. And I'm just going to use my bone folder. I am hoping that my feed is okay. I'm seeing my computer, which is a different feed than my phone. My video is showing okay, but my screen that I'm looking at keeps going green or blank, and then it pops back up. So I'm hoping it's doing okay. Again, we're having thunderstorms in the area right now. So this is crumb cake, and I'm just going to fold that in half and put it aside. Like I said, I'm using the 2 Market Designer Series paper. This is the one with all the fun vegetables. I used this on one of my projects back in June, and I'm going to be using, I remember I did the tomato card as one of the cards I did in June. I'll show you that one again. We did this one in June. So this is one of the papers from that paper pack. But today, this pack, I'm just going to be using, I'm going to just flip through them real quick. I've already cut them down, but I decided to use this one here with all the flower bouquets on it. This does not have a die, but they're pretty easy to fussy cut. Today I'm actually using a punch to get those out. It does take a little bit of finagling around the flowers, and I'll show you that in a moment. But I'm using the flower piece, I'm using this green plaid, and then I'm also using, not this one, I'm using the back of the bag piece with the purple plaid. Is that right? Did I use? No, that's not right. I didn't use the green plaid. I used this green. It's got a little designs on it there. So those were the pieces that I used for the back of the tomato piece. And what I did was I cut those pieces of Designer Series paper. I just cut 2 pieces of them. They are 2.5 by 1.5. So I cut a green one, which was the back of the tomato piece, so 2.5 by 1.5. And then this is the one that has all the bags on it, the back of that one with the purple plaid. Blackberry Bliss, I believe, is the main color in that. I did 2.5 by 1.5, so those actually are the same size. And then I cut a third piece in our new in color called Peach Pie, and it's also the same measurement. So those are all 2.5 across by 1.5. So these 2 I'm just going to attach to that card base in a moment, but first I'm going to stamp my greeting, and I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss ink for that. And this is a photopolymer stamp set, so it does stain. I do clean my stamps, I promise, but it does stain sometimes, so with these, especially these darker colors, but you know what? I'm okay with that. So I just heard another rumble of thunder out there. So here we go. We're going to just stamp the greeting. And again, this is from the Market Goodness stamp set, the Thanks a Bunch. That's going to go right there on, I did it kind of to the right side on that piece of peach pie cardstock. I'm going to let that dry for a moment. That's the only stamping we're doing, and it's also the only color ink. So Blackberry Bliss is the ink color there, ink color. Then I've got my piece of, you can see where I've been cutting out lots of these bouquets. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my 2-inch circle punch. So this circle punch is actually an online exclusive. I try and mark my items that are online exclusives. Of course, if you've been paying attention, we had a brand new release of online exclusives last week, July 3rd, while we were on vacation. So there's some really great items if you haven't checked out the new release of online exclusives. But they launched last Wednesday the 3rd. I've already gotten my order in, and I'll be creating with it in the next week for my next big event. Well, I have several events coming up, but my Christmas in July class. So I've got some products from that online exclusive launch that launched out. So this punch, the 2-inch circle punch, is one of the online exclusives. I think it's on the very last page of online exclusive. So I believe I need to punch out this one right here. I kind of went ahead and pre-trimmed out, but I'm taking my 2-inch circle punch and I am going to punch out the red color bouquet. So that gives me a nice little circle with the flowers there. Hopefully you can see that. That's a really pretty bouquet there, but there's 3 different colors here. So on this piece of paper, you've got the peach pie, the real red, and the blackberry bliss with some garden green as well. All right, so now it is time to assemble. So we've got our pieces. So again, my goal was to kind of match the layout right here in the center on page 22 on the top row. All right, we'll do some comparison. So now I'm going to take some glue, just my green glue. I'm going to put the purple up top, Blackberry Bliss plaid piece. And I'm just going to make sure my card base is sort of straight. I'm going to leave about 3/4 of an inch showing along the top border. I'm just going to kind of center that piece there. Then for the piece that I stamped with our greeting, thanks a bunch, I'm going to use adhesive or glue on that. And I'm going to just overlap them a little teeny bit and then put this one kind of to the right. And then the last piece, which had the tomatoes on the back and the little green spots there, that's going to go at the bottom and a little bit to the, oops, I totally just dropped that. That's okay, it'll dry eventually, clear. And I have an eraser for glue, so I'll have to wait till that dries. But let me see, I've got a paper towel. Let me grab that. Totally dropped that on my card, so I don't want to get sticky everywhere. There we go, not too bad. All right, so I got those 3 pieces in, and then I'm going to take the 2-inch circle that I punched out with the Designer Series paper and grab some dimensionals. I'm going to put a couple of those on the back. All right. And we're going to pop that right here. Coming together nicely, and then we got to add some bling. So let's see here. Grab my take your pick tool. So I like to use my putty end here to pick up my bling. So we're gonna go with, do big. No, we're gonna do this green one. There's 2 different greens on this. There's the garden green, and I believe that is lemon lime twist. I wrote it on the back. Garden green, lemon lime twist, and blackberry bliss, and then these are just clear in this pack of bling. So we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do a clear one. Up here. And we're gonna do a blackberry bliss one down here. Okay. Quick and easy. Again, these layouts in the annual catalog are awesome. So if you haven't checked out this page on page 22, whether you're looking at the digital version or the in-person paper copy, page 22 here, these have some great ideas for inspiration, but I feel like it's pretty close, right? Like that's pretty close to that. I mean, you could totally modify it however you want. But let me show you the cards from our team swap last night. So this was actually my card. I did the same card for my swap. Here's my version that was with the peach pie flower set versus the red one. So, but the same exact thing. Michelle, my downline Michelle, she did this one, same layout as me, but totally different cardstock and stamp set. She actually added in some embossing on these Designer Series paper. These are 2 of the new embossing folders, So Swirly and the dotted one. She added that in on hers. And she added some bling to this one as well. That was hers. This was my friend Anne's. She used that new stamp set that has the paper airplane, and that's kind of her variation on this layout. I don't know if I'm going to have room for all these. This was my friend Judy using the Unbounded Beauty suite, which I'll be using this suite at my class later this month, Happy Hands, which I do have a to-go version of that as well. So she used some of the designer paper. She also used the So Swirly, and then she took a little bit of ink and went around the edge of this circle, so she didn't have to double layer. And then, of course, the coordinating Summer Splash ribbon, very pretty. Sandy also did a really beautiful card, the monochromatic look. I love it. I love how she used the punch to create the background layers there with the designer series paper. So this designer series paper carried over from last year. It was one of the few papers that carried over, and this beautiful white piece here just really makes it pop. This is my friend Katie. This is a brand new stamp set and designer paper. It will be coming out actually later in the year for those that like to get their holiday crafting on. This is a set that's not just holidays, but it's got these fun little winter birds and some great imagery and some beautiful sayings in the stamp set that came with this one. She used cinnamon cider here, which I love that. And this is a new twine that's going to be available and new bling that's going to be available in that catalog launch in September. Again, same layout. My friend Sherry did another beautiful card with the Unbounded Beauty suite, all the peach pie colors and some of the Shy Shamrock as well. She did double layer her labels there and some designer paper and stamping, and these are all die cut as well. So she did a great job. And some of the shimmer paper too. That's awesome. And then one more, my friend Sue did a card with the Queen Bee, I believe is what it's called, stamp set. This is one of those stamp sets that's another online exclusive. So, and she paired it with the Lemon Lolly and the Pebbled Path cardstock and ink color, tone on tone stamping there for some background. So what a fun challenge and event we had last night. We just had a really good time, and I just wanted to share all those with you. I hope you liked my card today. It was very simple, pretty easy measurements too. So 2.5 by 1.5 for all three of those pieces, and then I used a 2-inch circle punch, but you could easily substitute a different shape there. But I just loved how simple it came together and works so well, and I love that page 22 of the new catalog. Hopefully you can check it out. And just a reminder, last time is that the last chance to get these 4 card packets from the June Let's Create Together. Those will be available by ordering through today, and I hope you've enjoyed my Let's Create today. We will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.